Many people have their own ways of approaching conflicts. For instance, alpha males like to swoop in and take charge by force. They are always intimidating and want everyone to listen. On the other hand, beta males are not really good with conflicts and find it difficult to navigate their way through. Since these two breeds of men dominate society, we get to see how they approach conflicts more often. But have you ever wondered how a sigma male handles conflicts? Sigma males are known to be calm and gentle and don't rush into taking sides easily. They are known to carefully study what is happening before making any assumptions. Alpha males are known to act rashly. They often make their choices before thinking, and sometimes that may have some serious consequences. However, sigma males know better. They're more relaxed and calculated, so they think twice before taking action. If you want to know more about this, here are 10 ways sigma males approach conflicts. 1. They use the calming agent approach first. When sigma males find themselves in a conflict, they first try a calming approach. They don't want to make things worse or get dragged in. Instead, they work towards diffusing the situation and looking for a way out. While others might quickly resort to violence or other forms of aggression, sigma men take a step back and try to find more prudent solutions. This allows them to gain more respect from others, helping them to use their problem-solving skills. Even though they don't get into fights or arguments, their presence can be quite influential in any situation. They use logic and reason to make the situation better, and people tend to appreciate this. Of course, not all conflicts can be fixed with calmness, but it's certainly a good tactic to use. If you don't want to stir disputes, then you should definitely try this approach. Just remember that being too passive can sometimes leave you feeling helpless, so use this approach sparingly. 2. They use neutral language. When trying to settle conflicts, taking sides makes the situation worse because the other person feels cheated, so they'll continue to fight back, and it will only make things worse. Neutrality is essential to keep everyone happy, being the only way to settle a conflict. Sigma males are very good at maintaining this neutrality when trying to settle a dispute. They won't take sides and make everyone feel equal. When mediating a conflict, sigma men speak for everyone and no one at the same time. They want everyone to know they are standing for them, but they're also not against anyone. This approach soothes the grudges on any side and helps resolve the conflict. It's common to easily take the side of someone you know when they're involved in a conflict. However, this doesn't really help. It only makes things worse. Sigma males want to balance things, so they won't say anything that will upset the other person. Even if they're friends with you, they won't support you blindly. They will maintain their neutrality and only say what is true. 3. They agree to disagree. Not every conflict can reach a complete resolution. Some people will never share the same views, so in such a case it's best for both sides to come to a mutual understanding. Sigma males are very good at applying such techniques. Since they're often misunderstood, Sigma men have learned to allow everyone to think for themselves and not force their opinions on others. So when faced with a conflict, they will agree to disagree. This calms the whole situation down, allowing the people involved to live in peace with each other, while understanding their opinions will never be the same. Tolerance helps to maintain peace. Sigma males have learned to build significant tolerance because of their very nature, so they can live with people having different opinions. Maintaining neutrality is key for a Sigma when he is involved in a conflict, so his main aim is to fix the problem, and even though he doesn't agree, he will look the other way to resolve the dispute. 4. They don't blame or name-call. The easiest thing people usually do in a conflict is to point fingers at someone else. While this may seem beneficial at the moment, it doesn't help fix things. Blaming one person causes that person to hold grudges that will surely turn out into something worse. When approaching conflicts, Sigma males try to avoid blaming anyone at all costs. They don't come in and point fingers at anyone. Also, they don't try to make one person look like an angel while painting the other person as the devil. Doing something like that will only add fuel to the fire. What they do is that they find a solution without pointing fingers. This helps a lot in easing tension, and it prevents future troubles. If a conflict is resolved by placing all the blame on one person, that person will come back to even the scores, leading to something worse in the future. Sigma males are very sensitive and know that downplaying one person in favor of another will only worsen things. So instead, they'll not blame anyone. 5. They don't shy away from confrontation. Every conflict has a point where things get a bit messy as one person tries to intimidate the other into submission. When things get to the point that is not favoring one person anymore, they will find ways to turn things their way, even if it results in confrontation. People think Sigma males are weak and easy to manipulate because they're always calm and quiet. However, they are not the typical shy introverts you find around. They're quiet not because they're shy. They just prefer keeping things to themselves. Underestimating a Sigma is a big mistake. When confronted, Sigma men don't shy away or back down. Instead, they'll keep pushing forward till they get to the truth. Confrontation doesn't make Sigma males change their minds on anything. It only makes them see your weakness. It's best to play fair in such situations to avoid getting on the bad side of a Sigma. 6. They simply walk away when faced with high stubbornness. Sigma males expect to be treated with the same respect they have for everyone. If they're trying to ease things down and they're met with brute stubbornness, they will simply walk away. They don't like being in conflicts in the first place. They also don't like drama and want everything happening in their lives to be quiet. Conflicts bring unnecessary attention that Sigma males don't want. No matter a person's role in a competition, attracting attention is inevitable. So when they're met with high stubbornness, they find it as a great reason to remove themselves from everything. If a Sigma is to help out in a confrontation, then he needs to know that his opinions matter. Sigma men will not try to force anything on anyone, but they don't get involved when they know their efforts will not yield any results. So if walking away is best for a Sigma, he wouldn't think twice before doing it. 7. They clarify the source of conflict. Before any conflict is truly settled, the cause of the problem must be found. Trying to fix a problem without knowing the source will only create new problems. When a Sigma male is faced with a conflict, the first thing he does is to find the cause. He listens calmly to what everyone has to say and makes notes in his head. People reveal things unconsciously when talking, so it is easy to catch up with the whole dispute. If that doesn't work out, he simply asks questions about what caused the disagreement. When he has found the exact cause, he can devise ways to fix it. Many alpha males usually don't wait to find out the cause of a conflict. They just jump to assumptions. This might seem smart and fast, but it doesn't stop the contest because the source is yet to be fixed. The only way to truly fix things is to find what caused the problem in the first place. 8. They listen actively and let everyone have their say. When approaching conflicts, Sigma males don't just listen to one side of the story and make conclusions. They allow everyone involved to say what's on their minds before proceeding. Allowing everyone to speak up gives him a better understanding of the situation. When approaching conflicts, alpha males are known to impose judgment without actively listening to the people involved, which will eventually worsen things. Most other people will listen to what one person has to say, especially if they know that person, and make their conclusions without allowing others to speak up. If both people involved in a conflict don't talk, it will be impossible to understand the situation. And if only one person talks, you only get half the truth. So the best way to settle the conflict is to listen to everyone and get a clear picture of the situation. Besides, listening helps Sigma males find the source of the conflict, making it a lot easier to handle. 9. They separate the person from the problem. One thing Sigma males always try to do when faced with a conflict is to separate the person involved from the problem. Doing this helps Sigma males understand things better. It also makes it easier for everyone involved to know their stance. The quickest way of dealing with this is knowing the root. Once that is done, the conflict naturally dies down on its own. But the only way to do that is to separate the person from the problem. Sigma men are great strategists, so this is not much of a problem for them. Setting the person involved in the problem apart makes things a lot easier for the Sigma and everyone else involved. 10. They always try to find a beneficial resolution for everyone involved. The main aim for a Sigma approaching a conflict is to fix it. But the way Sigma men fix conflicts is quite remarkable because they try to find a beneficial resolution for everyone involved. When this is done, it removes any chance of grievances anybody has. They help the people involved to see the light in their problems. However, this is not easy because what will benefit one person can often harm the other. Reaching such a resolution requires a skill that very few people possess, and Sigma males are among that few. They will do their best to find a win-win situation for everything. People naturally will never be satisfied with whatever outcome there is, but a Sigma male will always try to do their best to find the most equitable one. This is why they are often seen as problem solvers and the best leaders. Their neutrality and excellent people-reading skill make them the perfect choice for resolving any conflict. Whether it's a relationship issue or a business endeavor, Sigma males have the right approach to fixing things. Not only will they find a way out of the problem, but they will also ensure everyone involved is satisfied with the resolution. This is why they are often considered the best people to have around during tough times. Their level-headedness and ability to see both sides of the story is what sets them apart from other types.